Hello again everybody and welcome to another installment of Game Time. Today we have something a little bit different for you. Me and my wife Midnight have been looking at ways to try and get solo lab and fear done. The first person to do it was not me, it was Midnight. So the footage you will be watching for this guide is not me, it is Midnight's footage. Taken from her playing lab and her tips relayed to me for her to get through it. We've been working on it as a duo constantly, but trying to figure out whether it can be done solo, and she has proved today that it actually can be done solo. So all of these little things you're going to be seeing, little tips and shortcuts and cheesies and ways to not get hit, are all thanks to her. I said I'd get the video up as soon as I did it, but it turns out it's not me that bloody did it. So yeah, Midnight style today. As you can see, she's trying to retain as much health as possible. So with these, your best bet is wherever there's a fence, try and jump and shoot over it. If their shoulder or arm is exposed, aim a little bit further on their left in this situation and jump and fire. If you get the hit notification, then keep firing. Here she knows there's an enemy there around that corner, so she fires in the bottom right. It hits it, it kills it. Here she knows it can't hit her, so she fires from the top. She kills the archer. You can also go on the opposite side, jump on the Tesla coil to kill this one from the opposite side, so you don't take damage, but she doesn't go for that. I do personally, because I like to retain as much health as possible, but again, this is her run, not mine. Just giving you the option if you'd rather retain as much health as possible. I'll get hit the hell out of in the bulldog area, so I'd rather save as much health as possible. She opts to stand up here and wait for the two guards to pull, and then she can hit them in the face, kill them both dead, and then jump the bulldog's head while hitting these. She makes a mistake there. She wanted a mistake run as well, not a perfect run, to prove that even if you do mess up, it can still be done. So yeah, it's not going to be a perfect run. This time it's the opposite side, so you want to aim for the right shoulder or the right wrist on that one, and it will hit the same way. She says here, if you hit that guy and jump back down the way she did, that melee guy won't move. Every time I do it, and I jump down that way, he always follows me. So I have to kite him all the way back down to the bulldog room, jump back up the other side to retain health and shoot him that way. So do with that with what you will. I'm calling it a bit of female favoritism, because apparently he only chases the men. I don't know, maybe it's just me. But yeah, I can't seem to do it, but whatever. Here, I'll stand on the fences and shoot through. She doesn't. She opts to stand on the floor and hop. What she's trying to do here is shoot through the doorway, and there's an archer on the right and a nameless. You can shoot through the doors and kill the nameless down, because he will rinse you if he you know, transforms into an alpha. 2 hits, I think, and you're dead from full health. Then she's going to bunny up to get the archer out the way. Eventually it will die, and then she's going to flip to the other side and she's going to do the same thing. There you go, it's dead. Now she's going to try and do this. It's going to hit the corner pieces on the roof a lot, so you need to just keep finagling around until you get the hit marker, and then just hold that position. More enemies are going to run in. She's going to try and take those out. If you push forward past the threshold of the doorway, you can actually hit them directly in the face, which I think she does at some point. I'm not entirely sure. Hold on. Yeah, there you go. Right, so she slapped them down. She's checking, see if it's there, and then now she's gonna fire a charge, hit that one, and she's gonna go for the third charge shot, which she can hit from here, but the nameless doesn't usually spawn there or run up here, but it did, and it chunked her half health. So instead of going for the charge shot from here to avoid the nameless, she's just going to run for the charge shot in person. Because the reason you hit the charge shot from that position is to not piss about with the nameless. If the Nameless comes at you and you kill it, then you might as well just go for it running on foot, because there's no other issue there. Proceed up here, shoot the last one, then rush the gate and hold right. Go in this corner, only 2 of the enemies will come out. This one and that pole guy. As soon as you kill them, you're laughing. Don't go to the left hand side from here, sit here and just aim at that top corner. If you fire there, nothing else will come out, you're laughing, you're done, you're on Tesla coil. Right, moving on to the next part. Now, this part, the main concern in order of target priority is the melee, the ones that rush the Tesla coil and punch it. They do the most damage, they will rinse a coil in seconds. The next one, in my opinion, is Drakes, and the third one is Ravagers. Everything else is fair game. So priority 1, the melees, priority 2, Ravagers, priority 2, Drakes, priority 3, Ravagers, in that order. Everything else, fine, kill them at your own pace, but if you see a beam, fire at it, that's it. Spray and pray all the way across. See, melee, Drake, everything else. If something is rushing at you and you've got time to spray them, just spray them with one web, just to slow them down, to give yourself breathing room. If there's an archer standing there, let him fire at it, because if you've got a Ravager coming in, kill the Rav first. If you've got a melee coming in, kill it first. Even if you're working on an archer or a bulldog, don't focus the archer, just kill the melee. Forget everything else, including Drakes. If there's a melee and a Drake, kill the melee. Ignore the Drake. The Drake won't do any damage to the Tesla coil if there's a melee there, but it will block you killing the melee if the Drake sits on top of it. So get the melees before they get sat on by Drakes. You'll see here now, there's a melee, look, right on there, and another one there. Melee, dead. Bulldog, next priority in this situation. Keep running around and looking for the melee. You'll hear them more than anything. There's another one. There's another one. They will absolutely bloody ring. Look at the health on the Tesla coil. Look, it's nearly dead. 10% left. The Drake doesn't do hardly anything. Look, he's hit it twice. Does nothing. That's the quickest Tesla coil. Now this one's a nightmare because it's one of the longest coils to defend, and the melees come from bloody everywhere. And the Drakes will defend them. They will sit on them, and the Drakes have got so much health. There's a melee, there's a melee. This is actually not RNG either, I don't think, about the amount of melees that spawn in. It is, I have noticed running it a fair few times, that there is always a set amount of melee, and there's always a set amount of spawns that come from each side. So you will get a certain amount. It does scale depending on how many people are in. So if you have, say, 4 people, there will be a lot more stuff. But if you're doing it solo, there will be like 2 melee at the front, 1 at the right, 2 at the back, always. And then there'll be another 2 coming in the left in a minute. And then there'll be a Drake that's going to block them, and then there'll be another 2 coming at the back, you know what I mean? There'll always be that set amount. So just prioritise them down. There you go. She nearly lost that, but she did it. Now for the hardest part for me, this is the hardest part for me, because whenever we did it duo, she always got the bombs. I defended with the Seekers. So I was the Seeker shooter, and she always got the bombs. Now the issue for me on this part is the fact that whenever the Zeppelin turns up to shoot the bombs, you've got to wait a certain amount of time before you shoot the bombs to damage the robot. I'll wait, I'll shoot it, and then by the time it's damageable to hurt the robot, it's too far away, and it goes through his arm, and then you end up shooting the robot's arm, which does no damage, but then blocks you from damaging the Zeppelin. If you shoot it too soon, it won't damage the robot, but then the Seekers get in the way and block you shooting the damn Zeppelin anyway. So she starts shooting here, hits it there just before it gets, past the robot's threshold, and it damages it. So again, she starts shooting it there, damages it a bit, wait for it to get a bit closer, clears the Seekers, shoots it again just in front of the arm, Boom, another damage. Clears the Seekers again. You can't miss one of these for the record on Alpha. There's only enough to kill the robot. If you miss one, it's failed. So again, clearing everything out. And then looking for the next one, right side look. So clearing, focus. And just before his arm, bang, got it. Last one on the left. They got really bloody close there. And that's it. GG. Thank you all for watching, hope this helped. Midnight's Alpha Solo Guide to Lab. Official, by the way. Cheers. Ta-da.